So this is just a real quick little review on my Lamtto 9.26-inch Android screen. I don't know what else to call it, I guess. Radio, pass-through, whatever you want to call it. And my 2009 Pontiac G8 GT. I went with this route because I want to do something simple and easy that had, built-in Android Auto with wireless connectivity right out of the box. I'd read some reviews of people having some issues down the road with like the Aero Pro kits. And so I wanted something that was cheap. If I didn't like it, I could return it really quick and not have to worry about it. Or if, a few years down the road it goes bad, I believe I paid, I think it was like $85, $90 in total shipped to it. And plus it came, it comes with a built-in front-facing camera, and I did get like a rear-view facing camera after the fact when I figured out that I do like this, and it does seem to work pretty well. After first installing it, an issue that I noticed was that like the 3.5 millimeter output for its sound output seemed to be pretty decreased in volume. But the Bluetooth connection was very, very strong. And so what I did was get one of these just Bluetooth dongles that plugs into USB, and then that goes into the auxiliary. And so Bluetooth technically connects from that Lamtto unit to that Bluetooth dongle, and everything is seamless. Since this is a 2009, I did not have the screen behind, the unit itself now that shows oil pressure. So what I did was puncture a small hole through the back of that, in the very far corner, and I ran wiring for power down and just connected that hardwired into the accessory output for the cigarette plug that's already down there. I guess what I'll do kind of just going forward is I'll just turn on the unit, kind of show just how fast it connects. I'm an Android user, so I've got an Android phone, so I use Android Auto connectivity to display this. Power's on pretty quickly, so I'll just go ahead and do that now. It's been in the car for at least a year now, and I guess a few things that I like most about it is it starts up very quickly. I don't have issues with like the phone disconnecting. The camera, both front facing and rear facing, they're pretty user intuitive. Getting videos off of it and onto my phone are very simple and quick. And every time it turns on, it basically records in a video throughout that whole drive, so it's easy to filter through and go back and look at things, which is nice. And maybe the only gripe I had initially was just that issue with the 3.5 millimeter audio out having decreased sound quality, because that would have been just real slick being able to plug into the auxiliary input for the head unit. But this dongle works very well. As far as other output quality, I have replaced all the speakers throughout the car just with that aftermarket upgrade. Nothing real crazy audiophile high quality stuff, just might have paid like $120 for each set of both front rear speakers. I will get a sub at some point, but the highs and mids are very good. So at this point, I'll just turn the car on, show how quick it starts up and connects. So what you might see is I did change like the startup logo to the Pontiac logo, and there's kind of like a boot screen, which is typical. That might flash for a second or two, and then it'll just go right into the typical Android Auto startup that you would typically see, and that'll be it. So yeah, maybe 15, 20 seconds at most for it to start up Android Auto and be running. So The screen adjusts automatically to a light sensor that it has, so it gets brighter or dimmer depending on, if it's night out or daylight out. And maybe one other comment about the screen is it is a cooler color of screen rather than warm, or I guess natural. But that really doesn't affect me on anything. It's still very easy to see in the daytime, and yeah, works just fine. And so since I do have the rear view camera, that's the last thing it shows before I get out of the car every time.